welcome in. Currently live from Valiant Lady, Virgin Voyages. We're just sitting here relaxing, enjoying our coffee. It is a very, very quiet morning. So it is a sea day, and we are sitting, I think, on deck 7 on like the outside promenade area. So I thought I would just go live. Cheryl was waiting for the casino to open. So hope you guys can hear and see me. I have no clue how this Wi-Fi is working. So if you can let me know in the chat if you can hear and see me, that would be great. And I was having some issues. Let me know if you can hear and see me. Cheryl said you guys probably think she's a gambling problem. She doesn't. Welcome in, Angelita. Appreciate you being here. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, good. You can hear and see me. Perfect. I wasn't sure because the Wi-Fi is kind of wonky. Welcome in, Shadrika. BJ, welcome in. I can hear and see perfect. Big Murph, welcome in. Welcome in. Colette, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. So just thought I would go live quickly to kind of give you my first impressions. Welcome in, Parkers on the go. Appreciate you guys being here. Miss Tiffy PD, welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Clinton, welcome in. Thanks for being here. So just sitting here drinking my coffee. I needed coffee this morning. So just wanted to pop in and just kind of share my first thoughts on being back on Virgin Voyages. If you guys haven't been following, I was on Virgin Voyages 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years ago, and I absolutely hated it. So the question right now is, do I hate it now? Let's see. Good morning to everyone. Clinton, Lynn, Belinda, Wallace Travel, Sandra, and Lauren. Welcome in. Welcome in. Um, yeah, it's still very interesting. Um, but I will just say this kind of spoiler alert, I am enjoying this cruise better than my first experience with Virgin Voyages. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. Beautiful weather. Oh, good morning from Bermuda. Enjoy, Melby. I love Bermuda. Now that's a port that I want to get back to. Was in Bermuda June, I think, or was it last June? Carnival Venecia. That was last June. With Dice, I think that was my first time in Bermuda, so definitely want to get back there. I want to take one of the itineraries where you're in Bermuda for a couple of days. So, but yeah, so far things aren't bad. It's definitely a different experience than my first time on Virgin. And I honestly think that's because I'm better equipped with what to expect with Virgin. It is a very different cruise line. This is my 61st cruise, and I've cruised pretty much all the major cruise lines. I just did Holland America for the first time, which I absolutely enjoyed. You guys, those vlogs will start coming out soon. Um, done Princess, Carnival, of course, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Margaritaville at Sea. So I've been across a lot of different cruise lines. This is a very different one for those of you who are not familiar with Virgin Voyages. Let's see. Good morning, Game Changer. It says you going again on Virgin Voyages. Yes, I'm trying it. And I did get your email. I'll reply to you later on today. Looks like we're disconnecting. I don't know if the Wi-Fi keeps going in and out. I might have to change up the plan. So yeah, Cheryl said, yes, this is the first morning on the ship. We boarded yesterday. So it's our first sea day. It's a 5-night cruise. We're going to tomorrow. We'll be in Costa Maya, and then we have another sea day, and then we're in Bimini. And there's apparently a storm starting to brew. So I don't know if our itinerary will change or not, but I know some of the other cruise lines have already started making some changes to the itinerary, especially for like Bimini. So I don't know if it's going to change for us or not. And honestly, I don't really care either way because I've been to Costa Maya and Bimini several times. But I did kind of want to go back and re-highlight Virgin Voyages. What do you call it? Their resort right there, not resort, beach club right there. Welcome in, Cruising Capers. But yeah, so my first experience of Virgin Voyages was December of 2022. And I will be releasing a full movie of that experience soon. I was trying to get it uploaded, but it kind of got stuck at 99%. I don't know what happened. So I'm going to try to get that out. But I just didn't like it. It was boring to me. The shows were kind of strange. Everything just seemed a bit raunchy to me, and it just wasn't my vibe. So I was like, I'm never like that's a cruise line I never have to cruise on again. But I've had a lot of clients, a lot of other content creators that have been highlighting Virgin and talking about it, and it seems like they had made some changes, not as raunchy. Um, so I was like, you know what? It's probably time for me to get back on board, give them a try, and see what's going on. So she's just lounging. Guys, it is a cool, it's very breezy out right now, so it's, yeah, you can go to sleep right here. But yeah, so I just didn't like it. I just felt like there weren't enough activities, everything was really late, and that's still somewhat the case. So we boarded yesterday. If you guys aren't familiar with Virgin Voyages, and feel free to ask any questions you may have in the chat. If you're not familiar with Virgin Voyages, they do a late embarkation compared to other cruise lines. So literally yesterday, I don't think we boarded till what, 3:30, 3 o'clock. We actually were able to board a little bit early. Um, our check-in time was 3:30. They started at like 2:30. And so most cruise lines, you have to be on board by that time, not boarding. And so for me, it feels with that late embarkation, it feels like everything is rushed. I'm gonna move this because your armpits in the. You're fine. I'll just angle the camera this way. Um, for me, it's like coming on late. It feels like everything is just so rushed. So literally, we got on the ship, got our cabin sanitized and situated, explored just a little bit, and then it was sail away, dinner time, and then whatever else was happening. So for me, I don't like the late embarkation because I feel like, I try to get so much done, especially work purposes, content purposes, that first day, and I feel like I don't have a lot of content from yesterday because it was just a lot of getting on the ship, figuring things out. Um, we were supposed to have a sail away party, but it didn't quite happen because it was raining outside. So they moved it inside to the roundabout, which is like the atrium ish area on board. But there wasn't, we sat there for 45 minutes and nothing really happened other than them passing out champagne. We went and had dinner at Gun Bay, which was delicious. Now, I strategically scheduled Gun Bay um, for the first night because I recall Gun Bay being my favorite spot. So I was like, well, let me start it off in a good place. I knew it was good. We enjoyed it. We had great company for Gun Day. And then they had um, that Ain't Misbehaving or Misbehaving show. It's not quite a show. It's more like just some random thing. So I went to that last night. PJ party, which I did have PJ. Cheryl had PJ. Cheryl went to bed. I was trying to stay up, but then things changed because it was raining outside. So I don't even know if the PJ party happened, where it happened, because I wasn't going all over the ship to figure it out. So I wound up going to bed. And fast forward to this morning, we got up, had a pretty good breakfast at the galley, which is the buffet. Um, we had reservations for the wake for brunch, but we looked at that menu, and I'll put the menu in the vlogs. It just was not appetizing to us. Like they had clam chowder, they had I don't know, like avocado toast. So we want some eggs, potatoes, bacon, so just nothing on the menu seemed appetizing. So we figured we would just cancel that reservation and we went to the galley. Now tonight we have dinner, I think, at the wake for dinner. So we'll see. But welcome into you guys. If you guys can hear and see me, please be sure to drop some comments, some questions, whatever you people are saying. Good morning. Welcome in, Erica, Miss Bree Brizzle, and Stuart. Welcome in. Dennis says, good morning. Good to see Cheryl again. It has been a while. Yeah, her last cruise with me was July. So July, Carnival Horizon. So if you guys missed that series, check that one out. We were on Life with V, her group cruise. So, but all in all, the vibe. Welcome in, Etta. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you being here. Denise, welcome in. Welcome in. Land and Sea, welcome in. Just sneaking on at work. Appreciate you popping in. So just kind of chatting about Virgin Voyages. Things are still slightly raunchy, but not like it was before. Travel Yes VC says we're on resilient lady eating too much. Yeah, the food has been pretty good. We've only eaten at the galley. We had galley yesterday for lunch. Gun Bay was delicious. Breakfast was pretty good. So yeah, no complaints on the food. My issue last time with Virgin Voyages was that I felt like it was overly hyped and the food was just basic for me. It wasn't like they call everything specialty dining. Because if you guys aren't familiar with Virgin Voyages, once you pay your cruise fare, taxes, and all of that, everything's included except for alcoholic beverages. So all of the specialty dining spots are included. You have to reserve those 45 days in advance. But for me, it's like if it's open for everyone, if it's open for everyone, then for me, it's not really specialty dining. It's just a restaurant. So I just didn't feel like the food was that. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't what you would consider specialty dining for me. At least last time. We'll see how it goes this time. Welcome in, Edna's World. Appreciate you being here. Travel Yes VC says 1,100 sailors on here. That's it. Are you? Is it coming from the Mediterranean right now? Like, where are you? You said resilient lady. Is that the newer? That's the newer one, right? No, it's not. Is it? I don't know. But I will actually be on that one soon. Yeah, let me know where you are. I don't know. I feel like, well, we're not at full capacity for sure because they were offering upgrades and things. I know we're not at full capacity, but I think we have more than 1,100 people on board. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. Controversial Cruising, welcome in, welcome in. Evolving with Edda says, congratulations on all of your nominations for the Meet and I Awards. Thank you. Yeah, guys, if you aren't following Meet and I, please be sure to go follow them. They created an award show to recognize content creators that like some of the smaller channels um, that YouTube probably wouldn't recognize based on YouTube. You have to get 100,000 subscribers to get your first plaque. You have so Meet and I, they recognize some of the lesser known smaller channels, growing channels, and they've done this 5 years in a row. And if you recall, last year we won Channel of the Year. And so we are up for 5 awards this year. I can't remember them all, but I think it was Channel of the Year, Social Media Influencer, um, oh my gosh, Grind Hard Award, meaning we get out there, we grind hard, get this content out. I don't know. I just made a post about it, but I forgot what all the awards were. But be sure to check it out on social media and click that link and vote for us. And you will have to um, vote for all the different categories. And it's not a bad thing because you might find a channel that you're not following currently that you want to follow, or you should go check them out and see, what their content's about and follow. So yeah, but thank you so much for that. Erica says, are there any daytime activities? I heard Virgin Voyages only has nighttime activities and entertainment. Yeah, so that was my biggest issue on Scarlet Lady. Is if you guys follow me, you know that I'm an early riser, but I'm early to go to bed. And um, that was my issue, was that there was nothing on Scarlet Lady until probably like 6 p.m. And so you're kind of just walking around twiddling your thumbs. I did a lot of work, some reading and things on that ship. So I was bored. This sailing, there are more activities. Not a whole lot more, but there are more activities. Like they had the VHS workout class, which I did go check out this morning. They had like a coloring class, which was unique because it wasn't like individual coloring. It was team coloring or collective coloring. So they had like a canvas and people could just go up and color whatever they wanted, which is a unique spin on that. They have some trivia going on right now. A couple other little things, but nothing too major, but it's more than what I recall there being on Scarlet Lady. So that was my biggest issue on Scarlet. I was just bored because I'm the type, I get up early and I want to just kind of hit the ground running. I want to get to all the activities and things, and probably by 9 o'clock, 9:30, I'm going to bed. After the last show, I'm going to bed. Um, on board here, a lot of stuff doesn't start jumping off till like 9 o'clock. So last night I was completely exhausted because I didn't go to bed till like 11:30, trying to stay up and see things. But like I said, the PJ party, I don't even know where that happened. But yeah, so there's less activities during the day here, and I can tell you why. It's because it's an adults only line. The adults are partying late and they're sleeping in because we got up and we literally walked half the ship and ran into just a few people. People are still asleep. So even right now, we're out on an open deck, and there might be 8 other people, because people are asleep. So they don't plan the activities. Even the casino doesn't open till 10. Other cruise lines, the casino would be open all night, or it would be open until early in the morning. But I think they close it because um, people are just they're partied out, they sleep, or they have kids at home and they never get to sleep in, so they're sleeping in. So yeah, so there are more activities, but if you're expecting there to be back-to-back activities like on Carnival or Royal, that's not happening. And so I think that's kind of where I'm enjoying myself better this time, because I have a different mindset. A few different reasons for that. One, because I've already experienced Virgin, and I know what to expect. And it's one of those things, you don't know what you don't know until you do it. And so now that I've done it, I kind of know what to expect on Virgin. So I changed my mindset into thinking I have to do all of these back to back activities. And I know I can just sit here, enjoy the ocean breeze, sip my coffee. I'm good. And I'm not complaining because I know that's how Virgin is. And that's the thing, is you have to figure out which cruise line works best for you and your personality and what you like to do. I am a person that's boom, boom, boom. I'm at everything. I've always been like that. But there are times I've been cruising a lot this year. This is my 18th cruise this year, 19th cruise this year. So I'm cool to chill. Like I'm fine with this. She's definitely fine with this. so so it's like once you change that mindset, it's fine. But yes, there's not as many activities as all the other cruise lines. Things start jumping off later in the evening. Let's see here. But welcome in everybody. I appreciate if you guys can hit that like button for me. Sherry says, "Did you upgrade?" I did not. I did not upgrade. We are in a sea terrace, so didn't really need to upgrade. Now the cabins on Virgin Voyages are smaller than some of your other cruise lines. The bathroom is extremely small, so I will highlight all of that as well. So that issue has not changed. I will tell you that the bed is slightly more comfortable than on Scarlet Lady. Scarlet Lady, it was like a piece of wood. Um, it's a lot better on this one. Not a lot better. It's a little. Cheryl said no. Cheryl said her bed was really hard. Um, because if you guys haven't seen videos on it, most cruise lines, when you're sleeping 2 people in the cabin, they have the bed set up parallel. So like one bed here, one bed here. Virgin doesn't do that. It's one bed parallel and then one bed like this. So here's my head here, and here's Cheryl's head. So you're sleeping head to head. That's just how they set up the cabin. And so my bed is on an actual bed frame. Hers is on like a wooden box because they actually turn it into a couch if you choose to have it turned into a couch. So she said it was extremely hard. My bed was, it was still very firm, but it wasn't hard like the last one. Let's see here. But yeah, no, we did not upgrade. Yeah, and congratulations to everyone in the chat that was nominated for a Meet and I award. There's quite a few here. Evolving with Edda, Edna's World, Parker's on the Go. Who else? Controversial Cruising. There's quite a few here. Acting. Guys, I'm sorry. It seems like the Wi-Fi is starting to go in and out. Hope you guys can still hear and see me. Like the Wi-Fi is starting to go in and out. Hope you guys can still hear and see me. All right. I'll text you when I leave here. I'll probably be here for a minute. All right. Welcome in, Genesis. Appreciate you being here. And then says, yeah, I was happy with my group when we went on Virgin because we entertain ourselves most of the time. They did have a fun puzzle contest. Yeah. Are you saying you weren't happy? Yeah, if you have a group on board, you're gonna have a very chill group, or you're gonna have to create your own entertainment, especially during the day. Um, yeah, I could definitely see that as far as having a group on board. But there are quite a few groups on board, like celebratory groups. So saw a lot of birthdays, some anniversaries, I think a wedding party. So a lot of people celebrating on board. Um, let's see here. Controversial Cruising says, I have to try Virgin Voyages cruise. Yeah, I definitely say it's something to try. And like I said, I was so against it after my first experience. And again, that was 2 years ago. But I've had so many clients that have come back and said, I love, and I sell Virgin, not as much as I sell the other cruise lines that I, really talk about and, highlight and actually enjoy. But I've had a lot of clients come back to say that they really love Virgin and that I should give another try. So I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and give them another try. But and so far, no regrets. Let's see. Anitra says, would you recommend Utopia the Seas for a family with kids? Yes. Um, I would recommend the 4-night Utopia over the 3-night. So if you guys aren't familiar, Utopia is starting to become Royal Caribbean's party ship. So Royal Caribbean kind of has this reputation of being more laid back. So Carnival has the party ship. Royal Caribbean has some party, but a little bit more relaxing. Well, they've tried to turn Utopia into more of the party ship, but it sounds like that's happening more on their 3-night weekend cruises versus the 4-night. So I would say if you're going to have family, I would recommend doing the 4-night versus the 3-night. I mean, you can still avoid some of the adult party type, party atmosphere, even on a 3-night. But there's tons of things to do on Utopia. I enjoyed that ship, but definitely very family friendly. But they do have that party atmosphere as well. And I do have vlogs from Utopia if you want to check those out. Stands on business 10 toes down. I try. I appreciate that. Edda says the background is beautiful. It's a beautiful day out. It's not hot at all. It is really nice. The key to life. I like that name. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's amazing. CA Smirk, welcome in. Good morning to you. Ron says, how many times have you been in the casino? I asked it for a friend. I haven't gambled at all. Now, my intention was to leave this cruise with a zero balance, but I forgot on Virgin. So, included in your cruise fare is internet. Well, the internet is just basic internet. In order to upgrade for this 5-night cruise, it was $120 to upgrade to the premium with the streaming and all of that. And I was debating whether I was even going to do it, but it would even allow me to upload like an Instagram post or a YouTube short. And that's something I have to do whenever I travel. So I had to upgrade. So I was, in my mind, I wasn't spending a dime other than the bar tab that I have, which was prepaid. Um, yeah, I wasn't planning on spending anything, but I had to upgrade my internet for that. But I recall when I sailed on Scarlet, it was $10 per day for the upgrade. Now it's some random price, so it's $120 for this 5-night sailing. But no, I have not been in the casino, and I don't think I plan to go in the casino. I'll be in there with Cheryl, but I won't be gambling. Yeah, the beds do separate, but they're not like if you're with somebody you're not really close with, they're not like parallel here. It's your heads are touching. So here's me sleeping, here's Cheryl. So our heads are like almost touching. So it's a weird setup, but it's because of the way the cabins are shaped. They can't put two beds parallel because you can't get by. It's very tight. The cabins are really small. Now they do have um, these extra large sea terrace that have a little bit more space, and I think it has a larger balcony, but I don't know if they're even that much larger. Welcome in on the go with YOLO. Appreciate you being here. You guys can be sure to hit that like button for me. I appreciate you guys popping in on this Monday morning. TJ's Destinations, welcome in, welcome in. Travel, yes, VC says this crowd on Resilient isn't typical for Virgin. Voyages is very old, but they keep the days busy. We had 3 port days in North Africa on a 14-day journey. So you're making your way over. So that's awesome that you're on board. Now, spoiler alert, I will actually be on Resilient Lady when it gets here to the US. so, so not only did I all of a sudden decide, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give Virgin Voyages a try again, I'm going to do it twice within the same month. So stay tuned for Resilient Lady. Evolving with Etta saying good morning. Just said that in another chat. Let's see. I'm not a fan of the twin setup. Are the beds comfortable? I hear it can be tough for us tall people. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys? Good. It's beautiful out. Yeah, the beds are just. I mean, they're very firm, very firm. I felt like it was a little bit softer on this sailing than Scarlet Lady, but still very firm. And honestly, I'll probably get a better sense of it tonight. I think I was just so wore out because we had a very long travel day yesterday. So I think it's going to be tonight. I would be able to really tell you if it's comfortable or not. But yeah. So overall, it's been experience. But again, I think it's more so that my mindset has shifted for Virgin. Being that I've cruised so much, and for me, it is always refreshing to get on something different, something new, because when you vlog and are constantly cruising the same cruise lines, it starts getting a little old. Um, yeah, it starts getting a little old, redundant. I feel like I'm saying the same information. So for me, it's refreshing to be on a different cruise line, sharing new information because I've been on so many Carnival ships that it's pretty much the same thing regardless of the ship that I get on. So yeah, so far so good. It will be a very relaxing sea day today. Oh, are the beds low? Yes. Yep, very low beds. Everything's low. Um, Honestly, that's something and I pointed it out in the vlogs. A lot of the furniture is very low. Um, and yeah, yes, even where I'm sitting right now, I'm gonna have to really push myself up. Even like in the atrium or the roundabout area. Yeah, pretty much all of and that was another issue I had the last time. Now it's not necessarily a big issue for me, but like my sister Cheryl, she's a little bit older. Just trying to get up from a low spot can be hard. Um, I don't really recall seeing any like standard seats. There's a lot of different furniture types throughout the ship, but for me, everything sits low. Nothing is sitting high. So, um, yeah. So I think tonight we're having dinner. Yeah, on the go. Yellow says these long knees can't handle all that. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. And it takes me some effort to get up. But those that have had like knee replacements or it can be a struggle. So yeah, but like I said, overall I'm enjoying it. Yes, we see. Says room is okay. Biggest issue is shower. You will squirt yourself in the face at some point. Yeah. Yes, I did it this morning. What they're referring to is so the shower. First off, if you don't like getting your hair wet, you need to pack a shower cap because all they have is the rain shower, like shower head, and then they have the one, I don't even know what you call it. It's like one of the handheld um, shower heads. I don't even use that, but they have like a shower head. It's not round. It's like one of the rectangular ones. And when you turn the water off, it's like you have to turn the water to the middle. If you turn it slightly to the right, then that part comes on and it does shoot you right in the face. So the shower is not my favorite. I'm not a rain shower person because I don't want my hair getting soaked every time I get in the shower. Um, some people would love that. It's just not designed for me. Big Murph says, would you recommend someone with accessibility needs to travel Virgin Voyages? It would not be my first pick, no. Um, yeah, I have to pay attention to. I haven't even really been on the pool deck. I need to see if they have like pool and jacuzzi lifts. I don't recall seeing them off the top of my head, but I could be wrong. But for me, just based on how low the furniture is, it wouldn't be my recommendation because that's a big thing for someone that has accessibility concerns, mobility. So for me, no, the bed is just way too low. It just wouldn't be my first pick. I would say my first pick for accessibility, those requiring accessibility features would be Princess in Holland America. But again, I don't know what the accessible cabins look like on the ship. So the cabins in those, like they might have higher beds, they might have things like that. And actually, guys, if you don't know this, some cruise lines you can ask for what do you call it, like bed raisers, where they put like a, I don't even know what you call it, like a structure under the bed to make it up a little bit. I don't know if that's something that Virgin offers, but I know for sure Carnival, it's like first come first serve. Carnival has them, and I think some Royal Caribbean ships. And I found that out through a client. I had no clue till a client asked for it, and they were able to get it. But I don't know if that's standard practice across. Good morning, Sharon. Welcome in, everybody. Let's see. Travel, yes, we see, says left from Barcelona. Casablanca, Las Palmas. How do you say that? Tenerife from Miami, repositioning cruise. Yeah, they're repositioning to Miami, and then they're having a quick sailing on Resilient Lady. Will be a lot of content creators and media travel advisors on board for that 2 night. I think they're doing two-night sailings before they start running a standard itinerary. I think for Miami. He says we're sitting in the middle of the Atlantic right now. Yeah, so we're just cruising. We're headed to Costa Maya. I hope we have decent weather because I know the storm was coming. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully we're good. But yeah, so at this time, no big complaints. Oh, actually, it was funny because my first interaction with a crew member yesterday, you'll see it in the vlogs. If you're a channel member, I did release it yesterday. We were in the galley, and one of my issues on Scarlet Lady was that I felt like the service just wasn't good. You would sit and wait. So the galley is the buffet, and it's set up, at least on Scarlet Lady, it was set up to where, for the most part, 90% of the kiosks they had to bring the food to you. So you would sit, you would raise a little flag on your table for a server to come over to take your order. They would go get your food and bring it to you. Well, on this ship, it's changed some to where a lot of the kiosks, you can walk up and get your food, but you also have the option to have somebody bring it to you. That might have been because the service just wasn't good doing it the other way, but that was one of my biggest issues on Scarlet Lady. So I was vlogging and I was talking about that, and I was like, yeah, I said, I recall sitting in the galley 45 minutes waiting for somebody to come take my order, and you couldn't go to the kiosk to get it yourself. So I recall that, and I said, you know what? I'm going to set a timer and see how long it takes for somebody to come over to take my order. It didn't even get to 4 seconds. I literally hit start, showed it in the camera or whatever, and then there was a server that came over, and yeah, that was kind of funny. Let's see. So yeah, so the service has been pretty good, pretty good. I sometimes have, so like Virgin Voyages, your gratuities are included, and I felt the last cruise, I felt that with Virgin Voyages, I felt that, with the gratuities being included, I felt like sometimes certain crew members don't necessarily work for the gratuities because they know it's already included. I'm going to get it regardless of how the service is. Um, so I kind of, don't like that. Most of the time I do prepay my gratuities, but it was like the last time with the lack of service, it was like, I don't even know if you can dispute gratuities. Not that I encourage you to do that, but I didn't feel the service was that good on Scarlet Lady. And so, um, yeah, I just didn't feel like it was good, but they already have their gratuities because it's included in your cruise fare. But the service so far has been really good. Nicolette says the short you posted yesterday with your sister was hilarious. You just couldn't let her live. Yeah, I was like, we have to do something cute for our cruise announcement because I didn't really share out other than with channel members that I was going on Virgin again. So I wanted to make sure we did an announcement, and I hope Virgin Voyages shares it out. They did send me a message, so it would be cool if they share that out. Game Changer says, which cruise ship still stands out to your liking? Still my favorite ship to date is Celebrity Ascent. That is my favorite ship to date. And um, honestly, that Holland that I was on last week, was it last week? Holland Koningsdam, amazing. Sun Princess, amazing. Um, if I have to think Carnival, I would probably say I still like Carnival Mardi Gras. That's kind of a throwback because that was back in 2020, maybe. Um, I love Carnival Mardi Gras. Royal Caribbean, I probably would go ahead and say Utopia of the Seas. I haven't sailed a whole lot of Royal. I've done like Freedom of the Seas, Independence of the Seas, Mariner, Utopia, Icon. Icon just wasn't my favorite. I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite. Um, let's say good morning to everybody here. But yeah, there really honestly hasn't been a ship that I didn't like. I will tell you the ship that I did not like. Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. That was a sailing I didn't like, and NCL Sky. Those are my two that stand out as two ships that I just didn't like. I didn't like, yeah. But again, I think Scarlet Lady was more my mindset at the time. Um, if I were to get back on it, it might change. NCL Sky, I just didn't like it at all. All right. Yeah, but welcome into everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. If you have any other questions about Virgin Voyages, feel free to ask. I am pretty well versed in Virgin. I just haven't really sailed on them. But if you're just now tuning in, I will be on another Virgin Voyages cruise this month. So stay tuned for that. Um, what else? What else is going on? I think we still have, or I have 5 more cruises for this year. So kind of going out with the bang because it'll be a low cruising time starting the start of the year. If you guys don't know, we own our own cruise travel agency. And so usually that January through March is our busiest travel season or booking season. So yeah, so that I won't be cruising as much come January, February, March. I will be cruising, but not like I've been cruising. So let's see. Anitra says, "Are you doing the 2 night sailing?" I am. I am. I think there's two night sailings. One is the 21st to the 23rd, and then there's one the 23rd through the 25th. I will be on the 23rd through the 25th. Yes. No Africa. Yes, on the Go with Yellow. Thanks for bringing that up. So, if you guys have been following, and I can't recall if I just shared that with channel members or if I shared it with everyone, we were planning a family trip for the holidays to Kigali, Rwanda. My brother is currently living there and he's working there. And so we were like, well, while he's there, we need to go ahead and get a trip to Africa planned. Well, if you guys have not been following, there is an outbreak going on in Rwanda right now. It's called Marburg disease. It's a type of uh, Ebola. I think that's what it's called, Ebola. That's happening, and so yeah, we were trying to get there. We're going to postpone that till next year, only because I have some autoimmune things, and although I do cruise a lot and I'm exposed to a lot of different people, when I hear of those types of outbreaks, and it's not a major outbreak, but I think they're still trying to sort where it's coming from. It sounds like from the health facilities or medical facilities. It's just not because it sounds like it could be deadly for those, especially those with autoimmune things. It's just not worth going until that's sorted out. And they have somewhat limited tourism or limited visitors coming. And then if you return to the U.S., I think they're putting, I haven't followed up in a couple of weeks, but they were trying to put something in place, like some sort of screening measures where you might have to quarantine for a little bit or whatever. But it's not a massive outbreak. So it's not like how COVID was. Last time I checked, I think there were maybe 14 or 15 people that died from it. Although, and I mean, I say that's not a lot. It is, especially for those families impacted. But, um, when you look at the scope of like COVID and those massive outbreaks, it's not like that. But I think it's more so the unknown of how people are really getting it and what the potential, hazards are. So for us, it just wasn't worth going right now. So we are looking at hopefully for next year. And it's possible that, because I know like my sister Cheryl is going, I think in April or so, it's possible that I may go with her or I may go, or Ron may go on his own at first, and then we'll go as a family. So we're still trying to work those details out. But yeah, that plan has changed. So, and that's why I added a couple more cruises. Carol David says, I was looking at some Virgin cruises. The maiden voyage of the Brilliant Lady is on my mind. Well, I may or may not be on board that one. And that one is for late 2025, September, I think. That one is that the one going to Bermuda? Yeah, that's the one I've been eyeballing. So, yep. Let's see. Is it? I'm going to say Miss Worrell says I'm going on the 2 day sailing. It will be my first time, and my limited time should we do the shows. So the shows on board. So first off, 2 days on Virgin Voyages, it's like just a sleepover because you're not going to get on the ship till 3:30, 4 o'clock. You're literally going to go to dinner. There's going to probably be, I think they're still doing the Scarlet Night and they're still doing the PJ party. It's going to go so fast. The shows for me are not your traditional cruise shows. They are, um, I don't know. I'm not going to say they're weird, but they aren't your typical shows. The misbehaving show. was just like some randomness. It was just a bunch of random stuff. And they said the show's different every time you watch it. They were just playing music. They were telling people, um, to do certain things, and you would get points for your team. It was just so random. And I can tell you that they threw out some vulgar things. A few, like they used the F word a lot. Um, they use, they kept talking about getting wet, stuff like that. Like it was kind of for me, like I'm good on that. I will highlight that in the vlog. So it's like for me, on that 2 night sailing, I'm not going to any shows because for me, I don't even really care for the shows. They're different. But I don't know if that's the case for all the shows. Now I will tell you this: the dual reality show, which is like their take on Romeo and Juliet. I do recall that being entertaining on Scarlet Lady, so I do plan to catch that. It's more like acrobatics. They'll have people like aerialists and things. So that was for me more of a show. But that misbehaving, I'm good on that. So yeah, I personally, if it's your first Virgin, I would maybe do some research, like check some blogs to see what the shows are about before deciding to do the shows, because you might feel like you wasted your time. And they schedule things and balance it to where like really you're gonna have to pick and choose, because they're gonna have this show starting in the red room, which is like their theater. They're gonna have this show starting in the red room at 9. Then they're gonna have another show or magician starting at 9:30 in the manor, which is that lounger room where you see like the mirrors and the glitter and all that. I just posted a reel on that. So they try to balance it to where you're really having to pick and choose. So I would say research some vlogs, see if you can catch a glimpse of the shows. I personally would not go to the misbehaving show again, but I would possibly do dual reality. Um, and then there's another, the ship show, but they do that a few times throughout the thing. I don't even know what that is, but I think we're going to it tonight. So the shows are very, very unique. Unique, not my style. I'm not going to say they're weird, but that's really what I want to say. um, let's see. Big Murph says, "Are you going on the inaugural sailing of Royal's new ship, Star of the Seas, next year?" We actually have a sold out group cruise going to Greece for that same time frame. It's possible on the media sailing, which will happen before that. We were invited. I was on the media sailing for Icon of the Seas, and our family was invited on the media sailing of Utopia of the Seas, but we had a conflict with another cruise. So I'm hoping we get another invite for Star of the Seas. If so, we would probably be on the media cruise, but not the inaugural, because we'll have to fly to Athens, Greece for our group cruise. But honestly, like even if we weren't invited, I probably would not get on the inaugural sailing of Star of the Seas, only because it's going to be pretty much identical to Icon. And for me, the cost, like if we're not invited, the cost just doesn't work for us, especially on a ship that I pretty much have already seen. Um, on the go with Yellow says, "Yeah, I know you were trying to make it work." Yes, yes. Oh, hold on. I think I scrolled up. Kyle says Bermuda is on my list. Yep. Yes, their shows are very unique. Very, very unique. All right, guys, we have 98 people watching. I appreciate you guys popping in on Monday. I know most of you guys are probably at work. If you could hit that like button for me, I greatly appreciate it. Nicolette. Oh, and we're very close to hitting 25,000. I would love to hit 25,000 subscribers before I get off the ship. I think we're like, sorry, it keeps going in and out. Um, Possibly I'll be on NCL Aqua. I don't want to say for sure that I will be. I'll be very honest. NCL is probably my least favorite cruise line, but I want to give them another try as well. And for me, it's just they're very laid back. They have the cruising freestyle is what it's called, and it's really your freestyling, trying to figure things out on your own on what to do. They do the same like with dinner. Everything's called freestyle. Um, I felt bored on NCL Sky. I did sail NCL Prima for one of its inaugural sailings, and I said I was going to try Aqua out. I am currently scheduled for the second sailing of NCL Aqua. I say scheduled, not paid in full, but scheduled. Um, I just have to figure it out because we will be on board World America, MSC World America for its U.S. inaugural and the media sailing. So it'll be like back to back cruising. So I'm scheduled, but don't know for sure if that's going to happen or not. Welcome in your favorite couple. Appreciate you guys being here. Welcome in Satin Jazz Lady says happy to see this live. Yeah, we've been live for 45 minutes or so. I'm gonna get off here in a few minutes. Figure out what else is going on. I know Cheryl wants to do bingo later. I'm gonna go off and explore some more. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and kind of share my initial thoughts on how things are going. So so far. We had a little bit of rough seas yesterday. It seems to have. Charlene, welcome in. Hello, hello. Thank you so much, TLJ. I appreciate that. Yep, we are on the road to 25,000. Our goal is to hit that by December 31st, which I know we'll hit that way before then. But it would be awesome if we could hit that before I get off the ship on the 8th. So yeah, if you aren't subscribed and if you are subscribed, double check to make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube, as soon as you start getting close to hitting a milestone, it's like you start losing subscribers, or subscribers will say, hey, you know, um, I'm no longer subscribed to you. So YouTube is this little trick, and it just, yeah. Welcome in your favorite couple. Oh, your favorite couple. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That super chat. It definitely helps our channel. I definitely appreciate that. Life with us TV, welcome in. I appreciate you guys being here. So just popping in and listening while processing cruise payments. Laugh out loud. I need to go process some payments and do some bookings, but it's just so serene, and it's so beautiful, and it's nice and cool right here too. So I appreciate you guys popping in. And guys, actually, Life with Us TV. I don't watch. I probably don't consume as much YouTube as I create, and I'm trying to get better with that. But I actually went back and watched quite a few of their Virgin Voyages videos to prepare for this, because it's just something, it still feels foreign to me. So I did go back and watch some of their videos. And if you guys don't know Life with Us, be sure to check them out. They have a lot of amazing cruise tips and all kinds of things there. But yeah, Charlene says, love the short with Cheryl. Yeah. And thank you so much, Charlene. I appreciate that super chat as well. Guys, it really does help our channel. Like, we can only cruise as much and do as much as we do because of um, not only our travel agency, but the revenue we get from social media and YouTube and things like that. So, every little bit helps. Um, so we always appreciate that. TLJ says, we use your recommendation and code for cruise control. Thank you. Yeah, we love cruise control. They are our favorite. So, um, yes, thank you for using them. Big Murph says, Lynette and Stanley. Stay away from the Tokyo teas. Yes. If you guys caught my Carnival Horizon series, I did mention Lynette and Stanley there about the Tokyo teas, because it was my first time trying it, and I will never have it again. If you guys don't, I'm not a huge drinker, and that Tokyo tea knocked me out. It knocked me out. It was like taking like a muscle relaxer or something before going to bed. I was done. This was part of Life with Bees group cruise. I think I tried it for the first time, and a couple others did, and I was like, it was too much liquor for me. And that's the other thing too. On this ship, on Virgin Voyages, I feel like the drinks are extremely strong. Like, I think I posted it in my shorts, or my stories. I don't even know what it was. I saw a lady with it. It looked cute, and I asked for it. I swore it was a bottle of liquor. It was like a tall drink, and I couldn't even finish half of it. It just felt like I was just drinking alcohol. So not much, like I like a fruity drink, kind of sweet, not too sweet. Like, I'm more of a margarita. Like, I want a margarita. Just give me a basic margarita. I'm good. Some tequila, whatever. The drinks are really strong. So if you like that, you will love it. And if you're not familiar with Virgin Voyages, they don't have a drink package. They have what they call a bar tab. So it helps you if you want to pay for things in advance. A lot of times you get bonus funds if you do a bar tab. So you might pay $200 for a bar tab and get an extra $25, or pay $300 for a bar tab, get an extra $350. So it just prepays you for your drinks. The thing though is, first off, you can share your bar tab with whoever you're rooming with. So you just have to go to guest services, I believe, and then you can split that bar tab or share it that way. So that helps you get that bonus money. But just know that if you don't spend your bar tab, you lose it. And I recall that being an issue on Scarlet Lady when I sailed, is I don't think I realized that the bar tab was non-refundable, and I I think the last night I was in the Italian restaurant. Sister Cheryl just came back. I think the last night of the cruise, I'm going to get off here in a second. Um, last night of the cruise, I went up buying a bottle of wine or something from the Italian restaurant, which I can't think of the name of, because I had so much bar tab left. So make sure you drink it up. But you can get coffee. So I did get some specialty. I had two. This is my second one this morning, because I absolutely needed it. So yeah, so definitely take advantage of the bar tab. Also, something to take advantage of is their what do you call it? Next cruise. I don't think it's called Next Cruise on this ship. Next Voyage or something. I don't know. Where you can. She's drinking. She said it's 5 o'clock somewhere. What is that? Okay. It's too early for me to drink, as I'd be asleep. But what was I saying? Their next voyage, and I had to do some research because I wasn't very well versed. I wasn't well versed in that. So they have it to where, depending on the number of days you're going to sail for your next cruise, you'll get, like, I think, because I'm looking at a 3 to 5 night sailing, I would get $150 off my next cruise plus $150 onboard credit or sailor's loot. So you would pay a $300 deposit on the ship, and you have to do it while you're on the ship. It looks like you can do it through the app or by going to the next voyage desk, and then you put down the $300 deposit, which honestly is a lower deposit than what you would pay if you booked outright, because Virgin requires 20% down, just like Disney. So you would have to pay 20% or 10%? 20%, right? Fellow travel agents, help me out. I think it's 20%. Each cruise line has their own rules. I know for sure Disney's 20%. I think Virgin's 20% as well. So you have to put that down to book your cruise. So if your cruise is going to be $4,000 or $5,000, it might be cheaper to put less money up front by booking your next cruise while you're on board. If you are working with a travel advisor, they will get your travel advisor assigned. But yeah, so you save a little bit of money, you get a little bit of sailor loot. Ursty says, I'm wondering if I can drink $200 bar tab in 2 days. I don't know. And the drinks are reasonably priced. So I will say that. And they don't add on the extra like service charges, and like it's already built in. So like a lot of cruise lines you'll go on and they might charge you $12 for a drink, but by the time you sign it, it's $14 because they're adding a service charge plus taxes to that. Theirs is pretty much whatever it's shown, that's what it is. So like I had two drinks last night, they were $13 each, which weren't bad. I mean, the price wasn't bad at all. So things are reasonably priced. You don't have to get the bar tab, but I would say get the bar tab if you're someone that doesn't want to have a bill at the end of the cruise. But just make sure you're going to drink whatever you get, because it's not refundable and you don't want to leave any money behind. Um, and I think some sailor loot is refundable, but some's not. But you can always go, and get souvenirs, things like that. Um, but yeah, $200 in 2 days. It depends on how much you drink, though. I know I couldn't do it. I know for that 2 night sailing, I do have $100 bar tab, and that's because if you guys don't know Virgin Voyages, they do a status match, and I'm kind of high level status with Carnival and a couple other cruise lines, so you get what they call deep blue perks. And so some of that would be like priority embarkation, disembarkation, bar tab or sailor loot, as well as like $10 a day for coffee, which would cover my 2 coffees that I had today. So yeah, so they do offer a status match. I know at one point they did away with that, but it sounds like they brought it back. So that's something to consider too if you're cruising with Virgin, and then they will add those perks on once you do the status match. So, alrighty. So yeah, because it feels really nice out. I could literally sit here. Like I wish I had my laptop because I would just sit here and work. I do have quite a bit of work to do. Because if you are looking to book Virgin Voyages, I do have a link. I will probably put it here under this video, where if you book with me, any cabin, pretty much on any sailing that is not a lock-it-in rate, which a lock-it-in rate is a guaranteed cabin, you'll get $100 automatically of sailor loot. So if you're going to book it, you might as well book it through the link. That way you get that extra bit to spend on board. All right. Any other questions before I get out and see what's going on? It's almost 11 o'clock. I know Bingo tickets go on sale at noon, right? Yeah, so she's gonna want to get bingo tickets. I might play bingo. We'll see. It's one of those one of those things in my mind where I said I was gonna leave this cruise with a zero bill, but since I had to upgrade my Wi-Fi, it's like might as well go all in, huh? Let's see. Okay, Sydney says the status match now is deep blue, not deep blue extra. I just did a status match, and uh, this is what I was given. Yeah, let us know what you were given. So I think I'm locked in at the deep blue extras because I did my status match a long time ago. So that's good information to know. Yes, we'll have a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you, Etta. Since I had $600 bar tab and ended up buying drinks for others, but it's useful for specialty hot drinks. Yeah, and the coffee's pretty good. It just wasn't hot enough for me. 600 bar tab, I could never do that. It says to me, people don't seem to be as inclined to drink just to get drunk on Virgin Voyages once you get past sail away. People seem to nurse their drinks, absolutely. Plus, drinks are cheaper than the mass market lines. I totally agree. Yeah, the drink is, yeah, not yet, anyways. For sure. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, guys. Tomorrow we will be in Costa Maya. Now, the plan for Costa Maya, I was supposed to issues in Costa Maya lately with catching taxis. And anytime you do a third party excursion, you're going to have to catch a taxi. I'm that, but we're probably just going to, we're still going to catch a taxi, but at our leisure and go to like the main strip and try to get a massage. So a massage is needed. So there won't be like an adventurous vlog tomorrow, but I'll kind of show you, um, how to catch a taxi in Costa Maya, where you can go to get like $20 hour long massage, $25 I think they are now. I might go back to that spot where I had those lobster tacos, if you recall that from I think my Sky Princess series. So probably get some lobster tacos and then just explore the port and get back on the ship. In Bimini, we are going to just go to Virgin's Beach Club and we might rent a golf cart. I've done that a few times. Just rent a golf cart because Cheryl's never been to Bimini. We might just do that and ride it down the local side. SBC says everyone isn't trying to squeeze their money's worth out of a drink package. They're chilling and eating. I agree. I agree. Yeah. Big Murph says, thanks for all the information. Enjoying that fun. I can't wait to see the vlog. Yeah, we appreciate you guys being here. But yes, if you could be coffee per day, cocktail event, and one bag of laundry. Oh, okay. That's good to know. I'll have to do more. Like I said, I sell Virgin, but I don't, it's not my top sales are in, I'm actually a top seller for MSC and Carnival. Um, I sell all the cruise lines, but Virgin is not my top at all. So yeah, it's good to know. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, I think I'm locked in because I already had the deep blue extras, and that does include I think it's $10 coffee per day. I think the laundry as well, and then $100. I don't think it's bar tab. I think it's sailor loot, and then priority boarding, and I think there's something else. So no, I think it's the included premium Wi-Fi. So yeah, you get premium Wi-Fi if you're deep blue extra. I think they stopped the high. Yeah, I recall when they stopped the high match, but yeah, I don't think I kept up with all those details. TLJ says, "What is your favorite MSC ship?" I'm probably going to say Maravilia. Maravilia is my favorite. I also enjoy MSC Seashore. I will tell you that I will be on a new MSC ship in January. I'm not going to tell you guys which one or where it's going, but I will be on a new MSC ship in January. And we will be on board MSC World America for its media sailing as well as the US inaugural sailing. So stay tuned for all of that. But yeah, I personally like MSC. A lot of people don't. It's one of those cruise lines, kind of like with Virgin. You have to have a certain mindset going in. I think the value that MSC offers is amazing, and MSC has really improved over time. One of the biggest complaints was the food, and I will say, like we did a group cruise, we had 145 people in our group cruise on MSC Seashore, and like 70% of them were brand new cruisers. And out of 145 people, I only had two people that had any complaints or concerns, and they were kind of minor. Um, so MSC has really stepped up their game. So if you have been on the fence with with cruising MSC, definitely give them a try. Yeah, I think they offer really, really good. Sorry. I think if you already earn the Deep Blue extras, I think you still get those because I'm almost positive for that 2 night sailing. Like I have them for that. Um, yeah. Is there a trick to finding the kids sail free MSC cruises? Do they offer them off season only? They're offering those less and less now. They used to. It was like a standard promotion there for a while, and kind of gone away. So unfortunately, they'll advertise it, but it's select sailings. But they just don't offer it as much as they. It was a where kids could sail free. And guys, their kids sail free is not like Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean kids sail free is a joke. Um, and what they do is Royal Caribbean, they actually increase the cruise fare for the adults and make it look like it's free for the kids, but it's not. Keep in mind, kids sail free anywhere. You're still paying the taxes, fees, port expenses, gratuities, but the cruise fare portion um, is is lower. MSC, it was truly kids sail free, you still pay the taxes and fees, but they did not jack up the cruise fare for the adults. So Royal Caribbean plays games that way. Um, yeah, there's really no trick to it. They do offer it, but it's not on all sailings when they do offer it. If you ever need help trying to find kids sail free, reach out to me when you see that promotion. I can definitely search for you. We've taken advantage of kids sail free. Actually, our cruise on MSC Mirabilia, and I highlighted this in the vlog. Being a travel advisor, I know kind of some tips and tricks to kind of get around things. So what we did, and I think I can't recall, that was a 7 night cruise, and I think we paid $1,600 total, and we had drinks and Wi-Fi and all of that included. Because what we did was, is we booked. We're a family of five. We booked a balcony cabin for four. I put the two youngest kids in there. They were, younger then. Put the two youngest kids in there, and then I put my husband in a solo cabin across the hall. So we had the two kids sail free, and everybody had drinks and Wi-Fi. And then I had my husband in the one interior cabin, like on paper. But in actuality, once we get on the ship, we had the boys stay in the interior cabin. But we locked it in at $1,600 for a 7 night cruise on Mirabilia with drinks and Wi-Fi, under the kids sail free. So yeah, you got to kind of get creative with it. We actually did the same thing because we're going to be sailing on Allure of the Seas in December as a family, which will be our next family cruise. We did the same thing. They had the kids sail free. At this time, we only have one that is kids sail free, but we were able to combine. Not to throw, not to throw the age out there, but we were able to add senior discount plus kids sail free. So there's four of us in a cabin, and then we did another cabin for one. The math just worked out better that way. So you got to get creative. And that's the value of using a great travel advisor and a travel advisor that cruises. So thank you for the information. I have three kids, family of five. It gets expensive. Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally understand. Totally understand. All right. All right. So, guys, I am going to go. It's been over an hour. So, I appreciate you guys being here. We'll go live at some other point throughout this cruise. Stay tuned into the stories. And, guys, please be sure to click the link on our social media for the Meet Nye Awards and vote for us. There's a lot of other amazing content creators that have been nominated. Some of them you may not have heard of before, but just go to their channel, like them, subscribe, support. You might find somebody new that you like to watch. So check everyone out and be sure to vote for us for the Meet Nye Awards. We're hoping to claim Channel of the Year again, if not some of the other awards. But we appreciate all of your support, and I'll be kind of sharing this journey in our stories. So our stories post on Instagram and Facebook. So follow us there. All right, guys, have a great Monday, and I will chat with you later. Thanks for tuning in.